anything like that. So if you're coming from PC watching my video, it's not fair comparison. Anyway, without further ado, I've been talking a lot. We're just going to get into a couple of maps to kind of show you what the board state looks like and what we're doing. That board state that I just showed you, that only took me about, if I were to put a number on it, I would guess 3 maps and 1 safe house. So now what we're doing here is we're just going to be running maps real quickly, not running them with any mods. Obviously, if you're in League and you're trying to farm up, you're going to want to run mods. You want rarity, you want to ensure map drops are coming back, but because I have hundreds and thousands and just not hundreds of thousands, but like thousands of maps in standard, I'm just gonna burn through a whole bunch of them just so I can kind of make these videos and follow my own agendas.
My spirit is spent.
So this map we have, let me turn on my Harbinger. Actually turned off my Malevolence, there we go. This map I am actually running, or I have actually a research, so this is good. That means I can see who I have in research. As I said, one of the big things you're doing is basically playing Where's Waldo with your syndicate members. You're trying to find who's where, and you're trying to manipulate them into going into the places you want them to be in instead of where they are, or if they're in the right house, you just want to level them up. Alright. So, let's see who we have in here. I am trapped.
Well met, Exile. Know that we must purify those who stand in the way of our crusade.
So, as is tradition with me, if I'm doing these, I like to clear everything and then come in here last. I do this for a couple of reasons, because I feel like... Oh.
Or shall we
Well, that's perfect. That's perfect.
The cycle of life and death
Excuse me.
is supposed to be gentle.
So, what happened was Ricci was in prison, but he was in prison because he was giving intelligence to Intervention. When Intervention filled up, he lost loyalty toward Intervention and became a free roamer. Now I'm putting him directly into research. And we're doing this for a couple of reasons. Obviously, we want to get the 1 to 6 white sockets. And then, of course, we want to secure, we want to be able to secure his position so he's not just floating around all the time. So now we have Tora, and alright, so I'm gonna rank up him, and then Tora.
You're more savage than any animal. What do
They
you
become
want?
trusted, research intelligence. Okay, so now we can do, what we could do is we could fill out Mastermind right now. If we fill out Mastermind, we want to run Intervention and not research. And that the reason is because we have Ricci in the right house, and the new changes make it so everyone in your house will drop out and go randomly everywhere. I believe if you still did the old method to where you kind of locked them in, you can still farm it, but it's less efficient because you're only getting 1 bench now, and Katarina is just more beneficial, especially if you're getting 4, 5, or 6 white sockets versus 3. And I actually haven't tried it that fled on a tier 4 to see if he gives anything crazy, like a super pure Bravestone. It just hasn't came up yet. I don't know, I haven't looked at any patch notes saying anything like that, but I don't think so. So we're gonna go into the next map. Looks like we have a Conqueror, so excuse me, another thing you can do is, thanks to the new setup with Conquerors, what is this? It's L2 and Triangle, right? So now, you get a map technically, and then you can just put your June on your map. You can also do these, but I don't need to, because like I said, I'm only farming for literally one thing, so that's getting my syndicate up. So we're going to do that real quick. After my Conqueror, I'm going to run the other house, get my Mastermind intelligence up, but first, before I do that, I actually want to go about and see who's where in the other 2 houses. Now, since I have Research and Intervention full, I will not encounter these 2 houses. What that entails, that means the only 2 houses I can encounter is Fortification and Transportation. I got Transportation. I am on console.
My spirit is
If you're
spent.
watching from PC, that's why I only get one encounter. Maybe you can complain for me because they don't listen to me. No. But for real, yeah, we only get one encounter. I think it's a hardware issue. It is what it is, but I make do. Let's see here. If I can find the boss room too, I can just take care of Redeemer real quick. Ah, there's so much stuff. Alright, where was that? It's in a room far away from here. Let's see. Influenced item. Unique? That's interesting.
Hey, never back.
Oh,
this
okay.
cargo's moving like a...
All right, planning.
So it looks like we discovered
The
3 more
caravan
people, or 2 more people.
is yours. Guess I was better as a merchant than a fighter.
Excuse me. Alright, so
There's only one fate.
we're gonna put him into transportation so we know where he's at.
Just
Same thing.
I'd have made a little more show. I can appreciate
Aisling
killer
is already
when I see
here.
one. You're a
See, they
killer.
become trusted in intervention intelligence. Sure, we're gonna do that. Okay. So another reason why we're not running the other house is because we can't run Katarina just yet until Varisi
You're
is
starting to
able to be
figure it
rank
out.
3.
Oh,
Otherwise, he
I
won't
can
give us
see it
that
in
tier
your
4.
eyes. But there's more going on than you.
So far, I think this is including this Conqueror map. I'm at about 6 maps for this rotation, and hopefully I can get an easy like 2 or 3 maps and finish. At least 3 maps, I think, because Varisi that house just locked up. So take care of that boss real quick. Get the map. Drop a portal. Come in here. All right. Let's see.
Time has no meaning here. Your pain will be endless. Away with you! Revolting! I shall free you. Luther!
Conjurer
believe in
boots,
traveling light.
but I can't pick up.
Stand victorious.
Let's see.
Your heart's desire. The Atlas provides your addiction.
Eh. All right. So we got a canyon, right? Yeah, we got a canyon. Does it reflect? It's not, so we're just gonna go and do it real quick. I should have probably done my house. Let's see if it expired though. It did not. Okay, so after this map we do the house. Now you usually get 3 maps. I wasn't sure if that was ready just then, but it was. Usually you get 3 maps, and after your 3rd map, the house will lose the full bar. It'll go down a tick. Then you have to do another map with that encounter, or get lucky and have someone give it intelligence. Excuse me. So let's see what we have. We have another transport. All right, that's perfect. That's perfect.
My spirit is spent.
So we still need to figure out who the leader of transport is. We also need to figure out who the leader of the other one is, but for now we're just going to do the transport.
The caravan is yours.
Alright. Tane,
I have
he was
been
already
soundly
here.
defeated.
You want to
A man
remove
enough to admit
Jorgen,
that.
huh?
It's my neck on the line here.
I'm just going to imprison you. Okay.
I wonder how much more than animals.
So now we're going to quickly do the other house. After this map, of course. Alright, so let's go do this other house. Let's go see the leader. I think I actually know the leader of it. Let me check. I usually don't pay too much attention. I just see who's on the board currently that I'm actively looking for. And if, yeah, we know the leader. So we're going to run it just so I can get Riker to get the intelligence for our syndicate safe house for our mastermind. And then we can run mastermind. And I will probably do that in the next video because it's a kind of a longer fight. And after this safe house, I'll just wrap up this video, give you a kind of a conclusion, and I'll post the mastermind fight along with the results of what you're going to look for and what you can look towards. I will be glad to put more parts to this, obviously, and kind of show you what you're going to look for as you keep progressing it. Since you are able to still farm missions pretty relatively often, and you're able to farm syndicate pretty easily, it's definitely still worth doing. It's just not going to be as instant profit or anything like that as it used to be. Obviously, because Harvest isn't giving white sockets anymore to random items and stuff like that, it's going to be harder for people to get white sockets, especially 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. As you saw, I literally just skipped my Harvest, so that's basically what that whole thing, what I believe Harvest is now. It's just a waste of time. Let's get rid of these. I have plenty. Basically all I'm doing here is collecting the scarabs. I'm in standard and you don't, oh, there's a divination. Just drop all the currency, how about that? I'm in standard and I don't really need any of this, but I also don't like leaving scarabs on the floor, so. Alright. Now to wrap this up, in the span of maybe, I think I started with a full inventory -2. I've used about 10, 11, 12 or so maps, and I have my syndicate pretty much fully set up now, the way I need it to be. All I need to do is get Verici up, and I'll do that in the next video. Excuse me. I hope you guys enjoy this, and it's even more if it's helping you, because if it is helping you, then please feel free to leave a like. You're also free to comment and, you know, give me any kind of request of what you're looking for. I appreciate you joining me today, and hope to see you in part 2 of Syndicate 3.0.